Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Daybreak 2. We are at the Center Marche and we're looking into Lashkar, and we've interviewed one person, getting a little bit of facts about some underground activity, but not enough to make any deductions. So for today we're gonna go to two other areas where we can go ask about him, and these two areas we've already been to. So let's go there straight away and play a bit more with what we can learn here. I think the church will be the place here to go, and the other one will be the Bracer Guild.
One sec.
Oh, this is about Lashkar, isn't it? To be honest, I've been worried about him myself. The boy's been so torn up over his hatred of Almata recently, it's almost like he's gone back to his old self. You really think he's declined that much? I thought he'd finally started to recover. There must be something that triggered this change in attitude. Do you have any idea of what that could be? Well, I imagine it had something to do with Nero. Nero? Was it a friend of his? No, it was the name of a cat that one of the little girls in Krail was taking care of. I assume he must have been lost in the explosion then. Most likely, yes, but regardless, Lashkar has been determined to find him ever since. That's why eventually led him to happening upon another cat that looked just like him. I'll never forget the look on his face when he said, "Maybe Nero made it out alive after all." He couldn't be convinced otherwise. Now that I think about it, I feel like he has mentioned something about a cat before. But I got a feeling that the one he found wasn't actually Nero, huh? Unfortunately not. The pattern on his fur was strikingly similar, but there was a completely different cat. Once Lashkar came to realize that, his temper flared up again. So the reality he was trying to ignore came back to bite him in the end. Honestly, I can't help feeling that we failed to the poor thing, failed to save him from his internal torment. If we're to have any hope of helping him this time, we'll need to treat this much more seriously than we did before. Well, it's nice to hear that the temple cares so much for Lashkar. I know he'll be in good hands once we find him. While we're still on the subject though, have you noticed anything else going on in relation to Lashkar? Yeah, I get a feeling the whole Nero thing isn't what pushed him over the edge. There's gotta be something else we're missing. Actually, I did hear an interesting tidbit from a few of the parishioners recently. Apparently, Lashkar's been roaming around Riverside at night. From what I understand, they came here even on days when he doesn't have Sunday school, but he's never seen going into any of the other businesses. I doubt he'd come here just to goof off. The question is, where was he headed? I can't say for certain, but I've heard he's been spending time under the bridgeways along the river. Some rather unseemly types have been seen around those areas lately, which makes me all the more worried. Thanks you again for all the help, Mother Kira. The details you shared should definitely help us track him down. Of course, if I get Lashkar home safe, I'm happy to help. Oh, Arusha, may Lashkar be blessed by your grace, and may your grand Agnès and her friends find guidance and protection. That was certainly an interesting conversation, although I can't really say we have more information than what we started with. We should talk to some more people before we rush into a decision. True. Can I make a decision? Unless we talk to everyone, but it's starting to be clear that he might be underground in Riverside. No one there at the moment, though. So I'm guessing we're going back here once we talk to the Bracer Guild at the station.
One sec.
Lashkar, huh? Yeah, I figured you'd be on the case before long. Well, is this the case I think it is? I'm assuming the guild is working on it too. Well, I knew Lashkar had connections at the guild, but this is way more help than I thought he'd get. Well, sorry to disappoint, but we're actually still waiting to hear back about him ourselves. We have someone hard at work on Lashkar's case right now, so we're leaving it up to him for the moment. Oh, glad to hear either branch is already on the job. It figures that the Lane's guild will be so on the ball. But who is this person you've got working on the Lashkar case? A young bracer named Gray. Lashkar's been talking with him a lot since the beginning of the year. He started noticing some changes in the boy before anyone else, so he went and took the initiative to investigate. Is there any way you could share any of the info he collected with us? Well, I don't see why not. Working on together would probably be more efficient anyway. I kind of didn't expect you to agree so quickly. The documentation we got from Van mentioned that we'd be unlikely to get much help from the guild. That kind of ticks me off, to be honest. Well, regardless, you'll find no objections from me. We really appreciate it. So, has Gray had anything to report? Well, as I'm sure you know by now, the boy's reverted to the way he was before, driven by anger and thoughts of vengeance. Of particular concern is a fight he had with a delinquent several years older than him. Beat the man halfway to Sunday. He took on somebody older than him and won? Yep, and apparently the guy even told Gray that he was way stronger than any other kid he'd seen. Seemed like it wasn't just a matter of technique either. We believe he's using something to make him more powerful than normal. Don't tell me he found some drugs in the underground and he's using that now to fight criminals, to get vengeance. Given a short time frame, I'd find it hard to believe that he received any form of training either. I think the most likely cause is he's using some kind of drug. Yes, we came to the same conclusion. However, we still don't have any information on how he obtained these drugs or who he received them from. Naturally, the guild cannot afford to let him continue, so we told Gray to put everything he has into this case. Wow, this turned out to be a bigger issue than I thought it would be. Yes, we need to find Lashkar as soon as possible. By the way, Gray has mentioned the possibility that Lashkar's been having meetings with an unknown third party. Once we can identify that individual and their whereabouts, we'll head back out in another attempt to locate Lashkar. I actually have to deal with another job at the moment, but I plan to help with the search when I get some free time. Anyway, don't push yourself too hard out there, okay? Yes, sir. Thank you for sharing what you could with us. We really appreciate it. Well, I believe we've spoken to everyone familiar with Lashkar. I think we have a pretty good handle on what's going on now. Me and Agnès have a few ideas already, but you really helped us narrow them down, Aggie. You're just as quick on the uptake as Van said you were. You really think so? Anyway, let's go back over everything one more time so we can figure out our next steps. Well, I think we have enough info to piece together what Lashkar's been up to. Yes, however, we still don't fully understand what about the change in his mental state, or why someone's attempting to take advantage of him. Well, at the very least, we know that he has been meeting up with an individual under the bridges. That's our best lead right now. Well, the lady at the temple said he'd been wandering around Riverside, right? And hasn't there been a lot of dangerous activity lately by the underground maintenance tunnel? That's right. I have a feeling that's where Lashkar's been heading off to. Especially considering what the Brazier Guild told us about the possibility of drugs being involved. However, while we know Lashkar's been spotted in the area, nobody's actually seen him entering the underground maintenance tunnel. The area is incredibly inconspicuous though. I have a feeling we have the right place. Yeah, Riverside as a whole seemed like a pretty convenient location for whoever Lashkar's dealer is too. Don't you think so, Aggie? Well, it sounds like you're already one step ahead of me, Nadia. But you're right, Yazan mentioned there were people from the Central East with ties to the criminal underground after all. If that's who pushes Lashkar into this, it would explain the meeting place. The temple he goes to is here in Riverside, and there are more Central Easterners here than in other districts, which means it'll be easier for them to blend in. That explains why they're so willing to do this stuff in public. At any rate, we should check out the underground maintenance tunnel and see if we can find any more leads. I'm with you all the way, Aggie. And if somebody's down there, you should be able to sense them, no problem. Yeah, it can't hurt to do a little reconnaissance. Let's go take a look. Okay, back at Riverside. Nothing new in the way of people to talk to. I want to check, is the fish we could catch here, was that the... yeah, it was the purple ass. I do want a big catch. Okay, one more catch. One catch.
Got something. Ooh, a rare one.
One day we'll catch that A rank. Who knows? Maybe there is an S rank out there too. It's best luck based anyway. There's a child's footprint here. They look fresh. Anything on your end, Nadia? I'm not really picking up anything, but looking at the map, this tunnel's pretty long, isn't it? It's hard to get a clear reading of the inside when we're all the way out here. Huh? Aren't you guys? You ready? What are you doing here? Ah, so is you, Agnès. And these must be the two substitute spriggans filling in for Van. Hazel told me you guys would be helping out with Lashkar's case. I'm surprised that you already managed to sniff his place out. Seems Van trained you guys well. Actually, I think we just got lucky. Because the information everyone gave us was so helpful, all we had to do was narrow down his location. I was hoping we might be able to track down the person Lashkar's been meeting with as well. Huh? Wait a second. I thought you guys knew he was inside already. What? Did you follow them here? Yeah, I managed to puzzle out where they'd be meeting so that I could tail one of them. It's been about 30 minutes since Lashkar first entered. I bet anything he's meeting with whoever this dealer is right now. My hope was to secure their meeting place, expose whoever's behind this, and get Lashkar back home. So you were using Lashkar as bait to pin down the ringleader. That's a little surprising, considering the kid is so fond of you. I mean, hey, from a risk management perspective, I made the best decision I could. If all I did was to put a stop to Lashkar meeting with the dealer, the larger issue wouldn't just disappear. Well, I guess that seems reasonable enough. Not the kind of thing I'd expect from a brazier though. Nope, because a brazier would put the safety of civilians before anything else. I understand where you're coming from, but right now, are you willing to give us a hand? Of course, I don't have any problem working with you guys. I plan to make my move soon though. Aren't you ready? Let's start moving our way in. Me and Nessa are ready when you are, Aggie. This might take a while, so I doubt we'll be able to come back out for supplies either. Just something you might want to take into account. Right, let me think here. Nah, I think we're more than ready. We got all the basic stuff to 10 or higher. We've done all our equipment, even with all the new upgrades. So we should be able to breeze through this. I'm ready. Let's get going. This might be the only chance we get to save Lashkar. Alright, let's head in. I had a feeling we wouldn't find anyone. Actually, I'm sensing someone further in. This tunnel is a pretty complicated layout though. I can't make out very much. And my Zypha is not detecting anything other than monsters in the vicinity. If we stop to look around right now, it'll just eat up time. So let's wait until we're further in. Yeah, there's no time to waste. What do you say we take the shortest route, so we can get to the far end? I'm sure we can handle anything that comes along the way. Good idea. Let's hurry. What are they planning to do by bringing him in here anyway? Just what are they after? And why Lashkar? It just doesn't... Oh, is something wrong? Nope, I was just thinking about how you seem a little unusual for a bracer. You felt for Lashkar and listened to his troubles, and even now your main focus is on saving him. Kind of feels like you can really relate to the little guy, which would mean you've been through a lot yourself. Well, I'm just trying to do what I can to help. I mean, he's counting on me, so I have to keep him from making the same mistakes I did. Nadia? What's wrong? Oh, nothing. Just a little chit-chat is all. We're coming. Nice work out there, kid. How you feeling? Your body getting used to it yet? Yeah, it feels good. I can get as angry as I want, I can hate as much as I want, and it fills me with power. It gets stronger the more I think about them, the ones who murdered everyone in my village. Looks like he's taking to it even better than we expected. In that case, we should be able to up his dosage. You know, I wasn't expecting much from the rumors at first, but this kid's got some pretty serious rage built up inside. Yeah, you got a real nose for talent, Commander Javid. Especially to find a kid like this among a bunch of peace-loving rubes, like the ones here in Calvard. Well, what makes you say that? It's pretty easy to spot talent in the Blacklight District, don't you think? At least easier than spotting it on the battlefield. Letting this kid's fade into oblivion would have been a real tragedy, if you ask me. If you raise him right, he'll make for a hell of a warrior. If I get stronger, I can do anything. Otherwise, I couldn't protect. Yes, think of that hatred as your fuel. Seems I was right to have high hopes for you. And it looks like our visitors have finally arrived. Or did you think we wouldn't notice? These guys must be part of that one Jaeger group from the Central East. The Scorpions of Zahad, I think it was. I'm surprised they don't notice us. Guess the rank of captain still means something even in C-tier Jaeger groups. True, even if they did get knocked out of last year's death game in the first round, the group dispatched to Oration was one of our least skilled units. You'd be wise not to conflate them with the best we have to offer. But that little mishap did force us to reflect on increasing the strength of our military prowess. Huh? What are you doing here? This is none of your concern. Lashkar, what have you done to him? They really have been giving him enhancement drugs. They seem different from the ones Almata were using though. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. He came to us with nowhere to go, seeking power and tormented by loneliness. All we do was give him the means to convert those feelings into the power he so desperately wanted. Enough. You really think you can get away with manipulating a child into taking narcotics? I'm offended you put our herbs on the same level as that poison Almata linked to dole out. See, in our homeland there aren't any laws that prohibit its use, so it hardly seems fit to judge by your standards, don't you think? And you want to know something funny? It's not illegal in Calvard either. Is this really what you want, Lashkar? I thought you wanted to be a bracer so that you could protect Annie. Whatever happened to that little boy? Is this what this idea of strength is? But back then, I couldn't protect anyone. The irony is, no one could. Even if you were strong enough, you would still have been blown to bits by the bomb. At least now, there will be people that can remember, that will never forget Kirill. I understand what you want to drown in your hatred. Maybe you understand better than anyone else. But even if you were to accomplish what you hoped to with, would you be able to take pride in your actions? He's right, you know. Getting that kind of power as a child as a way of haunting people for the rest of their lives. I've seen a lot of kids broken because of it. I can say it's something I'd recommend. Right, this isn't the type of power you want. It'll end up swallowing you whole. There's a strength beyond all suffering you're feeling, but it's one you'll have to find for yourself. If that's all it took to throw him off, then maybe the kid really was a waste of time. Hey, it's not that simple. He's just feeling conflicted. If we can show him that the path we laid out for him is the one of true power, then he'll find his resolve. Well, I guess that means we got to prove we're right then. Agnès, I'll look for an opening and try to pull Lashkar out of there. Can you three draw their fire until I can get him? Understood. We'll do our best. Just be careful, okay? Well, we were giving a job and we're not leaving here until we finish it. Lashkar is coming with us.
Destroy them!
Alright. CP isn't even maxed out. I to be honest, I kinda expected that we had to walk at least a little bit through the underground. Didn't think we had to go in like this straight away. Well, we'll figure it out, it's fine.
We can win!
Just have to build things up a little bit.
Get ready! I won't make this easy! Get ready! Get ready!
This does seem to be the right person to attack. Maybe have 4 targets.
Our time to shine.
Might want a boost here.
Get ready! Get ready! Wide open!
Our time to shine.
Might want a boost here.
All
Get
set.
ready!
One thing off, right up.
Eat!
I believe in you, S.
Okay. Nothing at the moment.
We've got this in the bag.
Get ready!
So many people
Get ready!
get to go before.
I won't make this easy!
Just like that. I won't lose.
Get done for!
1 point short, even with all the downgrades. Let's see.
I won't make this easy! Don't underestimate me!
You got this, Aggie. Right? Drop them out.
Eat steel! My turn!
Alright, good.
Good chance for a shard boost. Enemy output
Get
maximum.
ready! I won't make this easy.
Good luck with everybody, and we are still connected, so that's not bad.
Keep it up, it's working.
Take this! No way! Keep it up, Nadia!
All set.
Okay, 800, 15. Oh, 3. I can work with that.
We're doing good!
Oh yeah, we're definitely doing good.
Keep it up, it's working.
Impede, rot, and burn.
Let's go. Coming right up.
Hitches and stitches, just forget making them a little bit more slow.
A chance.
We're doing good!
Suit level maximum strength.
I'll finish you! Wide open! Let's do this!
Hitting himself instead of trying to resurrect his teammates.
Take this! Keep it up, Nadia!
Let's go. Coming right up. Surprise. 1, 2, 3.
My turn!
A chance.
Not bad. You're all stronger than I thought. I suppose I underestimated you. You're right, we are strong. Even without Van, we're fully capable of putting a stop to your schemes. Captain, the kid's gone. What? Hey, don't try to call foul now. A feint is a valid strategy in warfare. As Jaegers, I'm sure you know that all too well. Damn it, we failed. And after all that time I told you to keep an eye on the Sixties. Nice job, Gray. You know, you're not half bad. Even considering becoming an assassin? Now that Lashkar's safe, there's no need to stay here any longer. You think you can run from us? Pincer them on both flanks. Tamam! Oh, how considerate. You must be a real hit with the ladies. Not that I have eyes for anybody but us, of course. Come on, let's get out of here. Yep, good backup while we escape. Lashkar, are you awake? Is the drug wearing off? No, I can't. Damn it. I don't think the drugs are affecting him anymore, but he still seems pretty unstable. That's why he wanted an easy solution, a way to run away from it all. That's how they were able to reel him in. Well, he just has to keep moving forward. He needs to face what's going on inside him, no matter how difficult that may be. Well, I know he can do it. Even if he did hit a bit of a snag, he's still... Look out! An ambush. We'll never be able to hold off this many of them. It'll take an act of the goddess to turn the tide in your favor this time. So, what's gonna be? Fight and risk death? Or hand the boy over and leave with your head still attached? I don't think so. You're messed with the wrong kid, Scorpions. You did a bang-up job on your own, Gray. But let us handle the rest. You guys. Sorry we're late. Just took us a little to put together what was going on. Zen and Lane has other business, but I figured we could spare the rest of the crew. I can't believe the Scorpions of the Hut were behind all of this. I'm sure you filled his head with all kind of crap trying to turn him into one of your child soldiers. I didn't think the guild would come out in full force. What do we do, Captain? We withdraw. It's too bad about the boy, but we have little choice left. Really? Didn't you hear me? I said withdraw. It's time to cut our losses. We can't afford to waste resources right now. Come on. Damn. Would you prefer to capture him? But they're fast little suckers. Oh, Lashkar, I'm so sorry I didn't realize what was happening. Kinda? Damn it. Damn it all. Lashkar, do you think you've managed to calm down a little? Calm down? What do you mean calm down? Me pretending to calm down was led to all of this. None of the adults understand. They all just think I'm sad or holding a grudge. But while I was just sitting around, all those Almata bastards were killed off. So why do I still feel so empty inside? Please, somebody, tell me why. Ah, I get it now. You weren't after revenge. You had all these feelings of anger and sorrow, and once it all was over, everyone wanted to go right back to normal. Once I found out Nier was gone too, I just couldn't take it anymore. I thought if I could just run away from it all. So when those guys from Zod started telling me their truck would help me escape what I was feeling, and that I'd never lose anything ever again, if I just got stronger, Lashkar, I know exactly what you're feeling. Being powerless is... No, you don't. Grown-ups don't understand anything. Hey, we understand a lot better than you think. I told you before, Dane and I, we're the same. I lost my family to Almata too. All I could think about was revenge, but I found my way back. And that's why I'm here now. You lost your family? I kinda figured it was something like that. Ah, so has finally come to terms with it. Well, good for you, but that's why I have to... Do you really think those people were your best chance? You wanna be strong, right? Hey, but if it's true strength you're after, there's a better path for that. A path where no matter what style you choose, it still be a strength that you earned. A strength that's yours and yours alone. That's why that shortcut they promised can't hold a candle to what you can do on your own. Hey, even if it's a struggle to get there, you have plenty of time to find your way. You just have to be a bit patient while you look for it. And that's how it was for me and Agnès too. Right, I'm sure you'll find something that will guide you in the right direction. And once you do, you'll make everyone in Cradle Village proud, Annie included. Oh right, I almost forgot. Gray handed Lashkar a handmade charm with the Brazier Guild emblem on it. This is the charm that Annie made for me. At first, I thought maybe you just forgot about it, but now I realize that this is what you were running from all along. Because if you didn't, you might remember the person you were, the real you. Your heart still aches at the sight of it. That's a sign that you haven't given up yet. It's not too late, Lashkar. We can move forward. Together. Why? Once Lashkar had settled down, the group decided that to bring him back to the guild, where would be the best option. Due to Lahat's familiarity with the drug that was used, he was able to treat Lashkar's symptoms quickly and efficiently. Thankfully, the substance had only been administered a handful of times. Lashkar was expected to make a full recovery. Both Zin and Elaine were concerned for the boy and rushed back to the guild upon hearing news of his situation. So, that's what happened, huh? Well, looked like Gray ended up being the right man for the job after all. Glad you were able to rescue the kid before it was too late. I must commend the rest of you for coming to his aid as well. Your arrival seems to have played a pivotal role. And of course, Agnès, Svin, Nadia, thank you again for all your support. Of course, we would never turn a blind eye to Lashkar, or any resident of Crail Village for that matter. Furthermore, it's our duty to help others in Van's stead. Honestly, though, we wouldn't have made it very far without a certain brazier in training laying the groundwork for us. Hey, I did what anyone else would do. Besides, I'm the one that... Personally, Lahat was the one who impressed me the most. How'd you learn to detox someone like that? Never really thought of you as a brainy type. What? You thought I was just some meathead? See, in the Central East, it's not uncommon to run into people using drugs and herbs like that. When I was stationed at the guild there, they did a pretty good job of drilling us all the basic treatment methods. Now that being said, we've only treated his symptoms. He'll need to be examined later by an actual doctor. I won't going to a doctor give him a record for doing drugs though. Yeah, I could see that being an issue for any background checks in the future. Well, for most people, it's a good opportunity for rehabilitation, but for Lashkar, it just makes it harder for him to get back on the straight and narrow. And that's true. We'll need to remember to keep him in his future in mind when making any further decisions. No, I agree, Isabel. She might not be the most kosher one, but at least it will give his future a chance. Because I understand what they're saying. Any transgressions done when you're young, like drugs, stealing or anything like that, when it's on the record, it doesn't go away. It will always haunt that person, limit their opportunities. So I would go with Isabel. Do you think we should let Isabel treat him in secret? That way his record will be kept clear. The doctor from the Blacklight District? I've heard she does good work, but... What? You must be joking. How could we trust him to come to some back alley doctor? Well, take it easy, Elvis. In spite of where she's from, I can at least vouch that she's a fairly competent doctor. Still, you must have a pretty good reason if you're willing to suggest something like that to us. I do. I want Lashkar to face up to his mistakes. As we mentioned, taking him to a normal hospital will result in him having a permanent mark on his record. But it won't actually affect him until he gets older. I worry he won't learn his lesson. Oh, I get it. You think having him treated in the Blacklight District will act as a kind of a wake-up call. A trial by fire, huh? That's surprising coming from you, Agnès. You might be right though. Could be exactly what he needs at the moment. Oh, not you too, Lahat. Elaine, say something to them. Surely you don't think this is a good idea. Well, it's certainly not ideal, but she makes a good point. And as long as we have some safeguards in place, yes, it might be worth looking into. The guild will handle any negotiations with Isabel. We'll raise the money for treatment too. However, that does mean we'll be the ones setting all the terms as well. We'll move forward with this as long as nobody has any objections. What do you say, little lady? Yes, that sounds fine to me. I just want to help Lashkar get back to living a normal life again. Understood. Let's go ahead and talk this over with Hazel. We'll get the ball rolling on everything. Well, alright, I guess I'm willing to compromise. Thank you all for being so understanding. I suppose now the only thing left is to deal with Lashkar's emotional state. He's been drowning in his pain for so long. I think getting him to work through it all is going to be pretty difficult. Still, I have a feeling he'll be alright in the end. Yeah, me too. He'll be fine as long as he got people like Gray to sympathize with him. I think you might be overestimating what I'm capable of. I mean, it's not like I'm a therapist. Levy Arnold, a B-rank bracer stationed at the head branch in Le Mans. She was tasked with working undercover to get her intel. A lot of her information was obtained by spying on Almata. Unfortunately, she was killed in the line of duty. She was your older sister, wasn't she, Gray? Ah, so that's what he meant. Oh, we know you lied about your nationality and work history to get into the guild. and we know the reason why you were trying so desperately to enter the Republic. In fact, we've known for a while now, you wanted revenge. That's what all the training was for, and all that digging through confidential info. So that's why he understands how Lashkar feels. You knew the whole time? Then why would you let me stay? I took advantage of my position to do so many horrible things, so why... Well, let us say we spent a lot of time observing your behavior. I'm sure you realized it was it for yourself by now, but that grudge isn't the only thing that's been motivating you. That's right. You continue to display a strong sense of both conscience and duty. Your actions don't lie. Kinda? Are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. I think I'm finally beginning to understand what Lashkar's been going through. I just want to thank you all for giving us another chance. Of course, this isn't something you should have to shoulder on your own. It takes a village, right? I've heard you've been keeping an eye on Lashkar for a while now. They told me you leaped into action as soon as you found him. Word can't express how grateful I am. Hear that, Gray? You've done a lot for people who love Edith. So let me ask you this. Where do you want to go from here? Do you even need to ask? I want to keep moving forward, and I want to keep protecting the city. Well, if that's what you really want, then you better be prepared to work your ass off. I feel like I said something I shouldn't have. Everything alright? Yeah? Oh, you're fine, kinda. Actually, you just did Gray here a pretty big favor. Well, I'm glad we were here to help. Those two are going to be just fine. Yeah, they'll be back on their feet in no time. But it probably wouldn't hurt to check in on them every now and then. Hey, we always do. If we have an opportunity to help one of our older friends, we'll always step in. Yeah, I want to make sure their problems end with us. Solving problems isn't exactly what I'm known for, but it feels pretty good knowing we help to save a kid's future.
Request complete.
Yeah, especially considering where they came from. They know how important it is to be able to move forward and put the past behind you.
Mirror deposit confirmed.
Chaos and Gray. Again, thank you. We could have never have saved Lashkar without your help, and it also gave me a chance to face myself. Anyway, I won't let any of my previous work be in vain. I will move forward from this. For my seniors, for Lashkar, and for my sisters. Yeah, pretty good. Definitely something he can be proud of. He seems to be doing better still. We should probably give him some space. I really can't thank you enough for helping Lashkar. I'll make sure to keep a better eye on him from now on. Maybe I should talk to him about his worries too. I have a feeling we might have a few in common. Anyway, I may not be good at talking about feelings, but it's something we'll just have to learn.
Let's go.
Don't worry, we're almost done. No one else here. Good, then we'll leave the episode here as well. Because I think in the last few minutes we won't be making a dent in any other areas we still have to walk through. So for now we'll leave it here. On the next one it's going to be a pure doing the rounds, because we still have a couple of areas to go through, including Tyrell, Sidon and Trion Tower. Those three must be completed before we can head over to Old Town. So we're probably going to hit up two of them. Probably Trion Tower and Sidon District, and then Tyrell and Old Town on the one after that. But we'll see how it goes. So for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time. So until then, bye bye.